All right, one more video. So this is going to be your Brandon Elijah 1 week update video, and I don't think I'm going to do this every week because it'll take too much time, but I think I might do this monthly to see your progress. And this is exciting. Okay, so you were born July 19th, 2014. I went into natural labor. Everything went wonderfully if you watch labor and delivery video, um, except for a little tidbit with the epidural. But other than that, you were born very healthy, 6 pounds 3 ounces, 18 3/4 inches long. um, and since then, it has been a very interesting week trying to get to know you and get to know your cries and seeing you change already. Like, you came out really light skinned and you're already kind of getting browner. It's an awesome experience for me and Brandon. We are just so happy uh, seeing every little move you make with your facial expressions, um, and the noises you make, and just trying to listen to your cues. So anyway, let's see what else. The hospital with you was pretty good. I took the breastfeeding class because basically on your first day, when they put, I think it was an hour in after you were born, is when I tried to breastfeed you, and you're supposed to breastfeed within the first hour, and you were not really latching on. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try again. And when we got upstairs to our room, I tried again and you weren't really latching on. So from the time you were born until 24 hours later, you did not eat. So the next morning, I went to the breastfeeding class to make sure that I was doing everything correctly. I called the lactation consultant to make sure that I was doing everything correctly too. So she came into the room, expressed milk from me. So, well, it wasn't milk at the time, it was colostrum. She expressed the colostrum, so we knew that nothing was wrong with my breasts. And we were just going to check you out. So the nurse had come in the night prior to make sure that everything was okay with you, that you were able to suck. And everything was fine with you. You were just not latching on as of yet. And I was beginning to panic. So that morning, I did the breastfeeding class. I learned a lot. And I had already done a breastfeeding class when I was pregnant. So it was kind of like just a freshen up kind of class. And in the class, basically learned how to do skin to skin with you and all that fun jazz. And then they also gave me some cups and droppers just in case you weren't drinking by 24 hours and you were born 12:46 p.m. So by that time it was 10 a.m. and they were like, if by 12:46 he's not eating, you have to start giving him something. And I was like, oh God, I'm starving my child. I was very nervous. So then that day, people came over, you still hadn't eaten. People came over to like see you at the hospital. And then finally that night, I was trying to get you to latch again. I think it didn't happen really until later, really late at night, because then the night nurse had come and she was checking to see how I was doing with it. And I was like, not very well. And at that time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try again. Then, so we had like, I think we maybe got a little bit in you, and after we got some in you, basically what we basically changed your diaper, and it was like a little red. So I thought it was blood, and we like panicked, called the nurse came back, and said basically it's not blood, it's just the urine, and it's not it's very diluted, not diluted, it's very concentrated because you were getting dehydrated. So here I am panicking, thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna dehydrate my kid. No, like, what's the next step? I was asking the nurse, and she said, if I were you, but she was not trying to force this upon me because I was trying to breastfeed exclusively. She came and she gave some Similac. She said, if anything, try again, and then we can see about the Similac formula. But then, after that, I tried again, and you finally did latch. Whew, I was so happy. It wasn't consistent either. Like, it was a hard thing to get you to keep latching on, but I guess that's breastfeeding. It's a natural thing, but it doesn't mean that it's not hard. And since then, you have been latching much better. This whole week has been a better process with breastfeeding. I mean, it's still a little hard When I got engorged, it was hard then too because you wouldn't latch on because it was so hard and we had to express the milk. Brandon did it with a hand pump, making sure you're okay. But other than that, you've been doing good, and you've been pooping a lot and peeing a lot, so that's how I know that you're doing good. And I can't wait till Wednesday at the second pediatrician appointment to make sure that you're gaining your weight back. So the first pediatrician appointment was last Wednesday on the 23rd. They checked your weight and you went down, as normal babies do. You went down to 5 pounds 15 ounces. So you lost almost 10% of your body weight, which is normal. They say that you have to gain it back within the next 2 weeks, so this Wednesday will be 1 week of you since you got weighed right, and then the following Wednesday it should be, hopefully you get back to your 6 pounds 3 ounces birth weight. How else are you doing? Let's see. Your blood type. I found out my blood type too. You are AB positive. I'm A positive. Brandon must be a B. That's what the doctor told me. Yeah, let's see. I'm just looking at your paperwork to see if there was anything I can show you from the hospital discharge. But I think that's it. Oh, head circumference. They gave me 34.5 centimeters. But they have never told me that. I just looked at it now. Ooh, look at you farting. Okay, other than that, you've been a really good baby so far. Haven't been too fussy. You cry when your diaper's wet or soiled, because you like to be really clean like daddy. You cry when you are hungry, and that is it. That's all you're crying for right now. You've been sleeping you've been eating every 2-3 hours. In the past couple of days, actually, it's been a lot more. Last night you ate 3 times within 1 hour. Crazy. And I'm assuming that's because you're going through a growth spurt. Oh, and you're about to cry. Oh, baby, don't cry. Come here. Probably hungry. All right. So you've been eating well, pooping well. You don't cry as much as I think you should be crying. Ooh. You sleep a lot all throughout the day, and that's normal for newborns because it's kind of like they're little sleepy heads. And you're growing during your sleep, so that's a good thing that you're sleeping a lot. But when you are awake, you make the cutest faces for me and Brandon, and you smile. You smiled already. Oh, it's okay, booby. Every time I finish feed you, every time you get off the boob, you smile. Oh, okay. You're probably hungry right now. So every time you get off the boob, you smile. Every time. What else? Ooh, okay. Okay, booby, okay. What else? Oh, the doctor's appointment. You had your first vaccination, the hepatitis B shot, which I think you're going to get again when you're 1 month. Okay. And at the hospital, they gave a vitamin K shot, which they give all newborns. All right. You're going to get food in a second. But other than that, no. You hear the cry? Other than that, really good baby. And you are a joy, even when you're crying. We love your cries. And you're getting so chocolatey. Oh, and you were born with this full head of hair that everybody is just like, wow, look at all that hair. And you were very alert. Okay. I love you. I love my booby leaf. You were very alert at the hospital too, and you're very alert at home. And they're trying to say that newborns should not be that alert because you're like looking around everywhere, but I didn't know. I didn't know that you were not supposed to be so alert. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna attend to you. Make sure you get your food, and I'll see you at 1 month. 1 month postpartum and 1 month for your babiness. You are 9 days old today at 12:40.